I am doing a response video to SophiaRune's response video to SoretaYuki's video asking the women of YouTube and in atheism a barrage of questions. And I am doing it because as I listen to SophiaRune answer the questions that I am going to answer, I was like, wow, those were really good questions, and those were her answers. And so while she was answering, I was thinking of my own answers, and I was like, I want to answer those questions for him. And she said it was a year-old video, and it is. But I'm still going to tag this on there anyway, because I feel like these questions were asked in all seriousness and very honestly. And so I want to give as honest an answer to these questions as I can give. And I'm not going to answer all of these in order because a lot of them overlap. But the first question he asks is, do I feel like there are any obstacles that are put upon me? Me as a woman, not me as an individual. And the only obstacles that I feel that are put upon me are the obstacles that I put upon myself due to my shyness and my perfectionism. I will record a video 3 or 4 times before I actually post it, just because I don't like it, or I said something wrong, or just a number of reasons will get a video erased. And it's true for this channel and also my Archy Fantasies channel, which this will actually kind of overlap with another question where he asks, do I feel like I have to work harder to be taken seriously? And the short answer to that is no. But I do work hard on my videos because I have certain standards I have put on myself, and I want those standards to come out in my videos. So my videos are very, my Archy Fantasy videos are very highly researched. My sources are as accurate as I can get them to be, and if I don't have a good source, I admit to that. I'll tell people that I don't have a good source, or I won't use the fact. So there is a lot of work and a lot of effort that goes into my academic videos, but that's a personal choice. Just like my perfectionism and my shyness are personal obstacles. Those aren't things that are forced upon me or foisted on me by the men of YouTube. There is not a committee of men who have pitchforks and who are forcing me to do anything. One of the other questions he asks is, do I feel like I have any pressure to look a certain way? And at the same time that I have to say no, and I don't give a shit what people think of my appearance, that is honest and dishonest at the same time. I have a standard, again, the self-imposed standard on myself, in that I try to look nice, I try to look clean, and I do wear makeup. The makeup thing is mainly because, as you can see, I have the world's best lighting, and I wash out really easily because I am very, very pale. Even when I have a tan, I am very, very pale. So I use the makeup to define my face. Like, you can't see my eyebrows, and I have very dark eyebrows. You just, because of the lighting, can't see them. So I will use makeup to make my face show up. But I am conscious about what I choose and how I do things, because I know, as an anthropologist, I know that people will make a snap decision based on my appearance, and there's nothing you can do to get away from that. I don't care how enlightened you think you are, you're still making a snap decision based on appearance, because that's kind of how we sort of evolved to do that. And it was a survival mechanism, and it's still with us. And so we still do it, knowing that it would be foolish of me to present myself in a way that I personally find offensive, because I'm probably going to offend the people I'm trying to reach. If somebody turns on one of my videos and takes a look at me and goes, "Ooh, she's ugly," and then never watches another one of my videos again, that is not the person I am trying to reach, because they are knowingly judging people based on their looks. Same thing if somebody turns on a video and they're like, "Yeah, she's hot, I'd hit that," and that's why they're watching my videos. That is also not the person I'm trying to reach. What I'm trying to reach is someone who pulls up my video and goes, "Oh," registers that I'm a chick, and then listens to the rest of my videos, and then either wants to argue with me because of the validity of my points, or wants to agree with me because of the validity of what I'm saying, not because of my appearance. Yes, we judge people based on appearance. So I try to put forth an appearance that is neutral. The next set of questions he asks is about our emails, our comments, and our hate mail, and our fan mail. My channels are real small. I guess I have fans. I have friends. That's kind of how I look at it. I have friends. Most of the people who watch my Blogo Pinkovich channel are people who are followers of my ArchyFantasies channel, or they're friends of mine that I have loosely made over the years. So my Blogo Pinkovich channel, I don't get hate mail or a lot of negative comments on my Blogo Pinkovich channel. Most of the comments are people who are agreeing with me, or they're encouraging me, and I appreciate the encouragement, and everybody loves to be agreed with because, hey, I'm invalidated. But I have received negative comments on this channel, and mine are nowhere near as bad as some that I have seen on other people's channels and heard of on other people's channel, and they're nowhere near as bad as things that I have received on my ArchyFantasies channel, which is a slightly larger channel. But on this channel, I've been called ugly, I've been called unfeminine, I think somebody called me stupid, I don't remember. Yes, men's channels get negative comments, and they get some horrific comments too, like crap that's just nuts. They get crazy people commenting, and I'm not trying to say that those aren't bad comments, because they are. But when a woman gets attacked, or when a woman gets a negative comment, they almost always go after your appearance, after your sexuality, and then they'll say something stupid, like, "Go make me a pie," or your femininity. They go after your femininity. As if those three things are the only thing, are the three top things that every woman values about herself. And that if they can somehow point out that we lack in one of those three areas, that we're going to crumble and run away. I am a little thicker skinned. Like SophiaRune says, you've got to be thick-skinned to do this and survive. And so I am a bit thick-skinned about that, especially since I know the social reasons behind those comments. So they don't bother me as much, but you don't often see comments on a man's channel going, "You're an ugly pig, somebody should fuck you in the mouth, and all you're good for is making pot pies." You're probably never going to see that on a man's channel comments, but you will see that on a woman's channel, and it's pretty regular. Comments very, very, very similar to that are real regular on women's channels. My ArchyFantasies channel, it's been around a little bit longer, and I deal with different people on that channel, because that channel I'm debunking bad archaeology, so I have a gambit of people. When I did my historical Jesus videos, I got a lot of crap from people on that, but the comments were mainly just, "You don't know what you're talking about, you're stupid," and those are pretty basic negative comments. I mean, you'll see that on pretty much anybody's channel. When I came out against Spike TV and the metal detectors, I got a negative comment saying that the guy was going to somebody needed to tie me to a pole naked and flog me until I saw the truth. That is not a comment that you're going to see on a man's channel. That's a comment, that's a style of comment that you will only see on a woman's channel, because the implication of violence or the threat of violence is a age-old tactic to controlling women. And like I said, if I was a thinner-skinned person, that might have scared me. But I am not above turning people in to YouTube, and I did. And I'm also not above blocking people. I am very proactive with my channel, so I don't get a lot of that. He also asks, do I feel that the larger female channels on YouTube, if they represent me adequately? And the only honest answer I can give to that question is no, because if I felt that I was adequately represented, I would not have started my own channel. But that doesn't mean that I think that those channels are bad, or that the women who started those channels or run those channels are stupid, or that what they had to say is invalid or not important. It's exactly the opposite. I see these other channels, and I've seen these other channels, I've seen these women, I've met these women, and if anything, I'm inspired by them. Not like, oh, they're wonderful. I mean, I see them and I go, oh, that's something I should do too. They're doing it, I should do it too. So it's not that I feel like they represent me, it's that I feel like they put a hot prod on my rear side to make me get active. I see other women who are active and I want to be active too. Overall, I think it might be a little more difficult for women on YouTube than men, simply because women do get really awful comments. And I get positive comments that are not really positive. Like, I have people, I know this person probably meant well, but they were like, hey, you're oddly attractive. And I was like, hey, that has absolutely nothing to do with my videos. And it has absolutely nothing to do with my channel. So, I mean, even when people are being nice about it, it's inappropriate, I guess is what I'm saying. Women get a lot of inappropriate comments. We don't put videos up, or at least I don't put videos up because I want people to tell me I'm a pretty princess. I put videos up because there's an issue that I want to talk about, and I want other people to talk with me about it. I also think that there are pressures outside of YouTube that will affect a woman's YouTube channel. I know of at least 2 channels that were women's channels. They were very good channels. They were popular channels. But both of those women chose to close their channels, not because of what was going on YouTube, but because of what was going on in their personal life. So those are the really long answers to your questions, to SoretaYuki's questions, and they are in response to SophiaRune's video. I would not have even known this existed if she hadn't said something, and so it is a response to Sophia, in that I am trying to engage in the conversation, and they are a response to SoretaYuki because I am directly answering his questions. Anyway, so that was my first video on the awesome topic of my personal views as a woman here on YouTube. So I hope everybody enjoyed it, and you're perfectly welcomed to comment and email and all of that, but don't be a jackass. See my commenting rules, and yeah, so I'll see you guys later.